Hi, good day, and be so welcome to this interview for the professional ethics class in la Universidad Autónoma del Caribe. Today we are here with Andrés Cardona, who is an operations manager for quite some time now. Yep, good night, Andrés. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much for asking.
Thank you. And yeah, once again, thank you for being here for this interview. I think that we should start with a brief introduction of yourself. Could you please walk us through your career, your educational background as well?
Oh, of course, absolutely. So I have a major in mechanical engineering. I study a couple of extra curriculum classes that set me up for management positions as well. I started to work around 8 years ago in a company that brought me up to a position in management level. I was trained and carefully cured so that I could be able to hold positions in management for small to large teams across the globe.
All right, that's actually great and impressive. Thank you for letting us know about that. Well, as you may already know, this interview will actually be kind of focusing on the ethics that as managers we should apply within the work environment and also when taking critical decisions for organizations. The first question I have today is, what do you consider would be kind of the greatest ethical challenge you and your company have currently faced or could have faced in the past?
Okay, well, that's actually a great question. So, one of the greatest ethical challenges we currently face is the responsibility of handling confidential client information and end user data. As BPOs, we work with sensitive data that requires strict security and confidentiality standards. On an environment with high employee turnover and performance pressure, ensuring that all staff members act with integrity on a daily basis is a constant challenge. Ethic it's not only found in formal codes, but in everyday actions. So, like for instance, not sharing your credentials or avoiding sensitive conversations in inappropriate spaces, for instance.
Thank you. And actually, I do believe that it's a great um, area to apply the ethics. I mean, it's not just about the work environment or just about what you do every day within the organization, but actually the impact it also has with clients, with team members, with management, and basically when delivering services to whoever you're delivering those services to. Thank you. Jumping to the second question, it is how does your organization integrate ethical principles into business and decision making?
All right. Well, our organization integrates ethics as a core part of our corporate culture, not as a secondary consideration. So we have a clear, accessible code of conduct that is reinforced during training sessions, onboarding, and leadership development. Moreover, senior management promotes decision making based on three key filters: legality, transparency, and social responsibility. Whenever a strategic or operational decision is made, we ask, is this the right thing to do? Is it fair? Does it generate sustainable value for all stakeholders? That ethical reflection is part of our leadership meetings, of course.
Thank you. Thank you for being so clear with your answer. Now, the third question is, what strategies do you use to prevent ethical conflicts within teams?
Okay, well, we focus on three main strategies. Number one is ongoing training. We regularly provide training in workplace ethics, conflict resolution, and responsible decision making. Second, we do confidential reporting channels. So we've implemented internal channels that allow us or and allow employees to report issues without fear of retaliation. And third, leading by example. This is the most important one. We encourage team leaders to model ethical behavior as culture is often shaped from the top down. In addition, we foster open dialogue in safe spaces where employees can raise ethical concerns without any judgment.
Thank you. Thank you. I do believe that those three practices you mentioned are great for keeping an open and clear ethical organization. Now, the first question is, can you share an example of any situation where ethical values influenced an important business decision?
Uh, Um, Certainly, we have recently faced a situation where an internal client requested operational practices that, while not illegal, place undue pressure on our staff, including removing scheduled breaks to meet performance metrics. Although this could have led to the loss of the account, we decided not to accept those conditions. We engaged in a firm yet respectful conversation with the client and proposed alternative solutions that were ethical sound. It was a tough decision, but it aligned with our values and in the long run, it strengthened our reputation as a responsible and trustworthy partner.
Thank you for sharing that experience. It's for sure not easy to say no to a client, especially if it represents even the potential loss of data income for the company. However, yes, I do agree with you. It's quite important to keep those ethics and those core values working all the time, even if it would represent the loss of a client, because the long term, it would actually mean that the company is getting stronger every time. And it kind of gains a trustworthy name with the market.
Right, that was exactly what we were intending to do at the time.
Mhm. All right. Well, let's jump to the last question, actually. What advice would you give to future professionals about importance of ethics in the workplace?
All right, Bill, that's a great question. So my advice is to understand that ethic is not optional, nor is something to be used only in times of crisis. It is an intangible asset that shapes the long-term success of both companies and individual careers. Ethics is what guides your decisions when no one is watching, and it directly impacts trust, reputation, and sustainability. Being ethical is not always the easiest path, but it's the smartest. In times where speed is everything, integrity is what sets professionals apart.
Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, it is for sure the key on everything. I mean, being ethical, it's what differentiates you from being just a worker, a collaborator within an organization, from actually being a professional, adding value to the company you're working for. Andres, thank you so much for this available time shared today. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.